All right, talk about a fortune and go. It's like a fortune drive-by. It's like a telepathy drive-by that occurred with that fox girl. She said, "You're it. Touch death." What? It's like, yo, poor Usato. He's like, yo, you just showed me my friend's dying. Okay. Fantastic episode of The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. This is obviously what we call a setup episode. It's setting us up for shit to hit the fan next episode, with, you know, obviously the Demon's Army rolling in. And before I kind of get into the specifics of episode 6, because there was not much to happen, but there was a lot that happened this episode. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about was, how do we feel about the Demon's Army itself? Like, in a lot of shows, when it's, you know, us versus the demons and someone gets isekai, more often than not, they don't really ask a lot of questions. They just go, oh, demon bad, human good. And that's pretty much it. I hope, you know, Usato is kind of a different breed. He's not really the hero. You know, he's the MC of our show. Like, he's the main character of our show. But generally, he's not the hero, right? The other two are the heroes. They're the actual summoned folks to save this world. They're the heroes. He's like the third wheel. It just happened to be here. Just happy to be here, you know? So I hope, as a character, I hope he tries to maybe engage the demon army or tries to get to know them or something, because it's like, in certain stories, you know, it's like, oh, the Demon Lord's army, and they don't really, they're just monsters and stuff. But here, I really feel like these are people. Like, they're demons, but they're people. And one of the things I want to know is, like, okay, what has been done to them that is causing them to invade it can't just be human. We know like humans. It has to be something to where they maybe, like, they push the demons out of a certain territory, and now they're retaliating. They're trying to recoup said territory. It must be that the humans acted upon they did some atrocity towards the demons, and now they're reciprocating that. Maybe it was the demons took over a territory of the humans, and maybe they killed somebody important, and now the humans are war. And, you know, that's how wars start, right? It's usually over, like, territory or goods or resources. So it's like, what resource, what good, what territory, what person, you know, what was done to the humans for them to retaliate against the demons, or for the demons to retaliate against the humans? What happened there for this war to break out? Because just like here, right? Just if you think of, like, in our world, it's like, oh, well, if the U.S. is going to go in and invade this specific, you know, like, you know, the Iraq War or something like that. Just give you some stupid example. You know, if we're going to go and invade there, well, it's in retaliation because they attacked us first, okay? Or, you know, if a certain country is going to go and invade some other country, it's because, you know, they did something something like that. Or they have something that they want, like, you know, some kind of resource like oil or something like that. In this case, it might be magic stones or, like, some specific resource. It's like, what happened? And I hope that Usato doesn't fall into the tropistic thing of MC of, like, oh, well, they're bad. You know, I landed here. They say they bad. We kill bad. I hope that he goes and maybe tries to talk to them, or maybe there's something to where he meets one of them, or something like that. Same thing like the Beast Folk. Like, the Beast Folk are here, and it seems like the Beast Folk are part of the human territory. So just like he's talking to them, just like this fox girl who you know, gave him a drive-by future fortune, you know, future you know, thing. Just like her, like, you could talk to a demon, like that demon girl who was like, Rose, you know, like, talk to her, like, you know, has war been going on so long between the demons, or is the demon lord so hell-bent that he refuses negotiation that they can't work something out? Maybe the show won't get that deep. It probably won't. But hey, I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. Episode 6, you know, we have that drive-by fortune at the end of the episode. I think the kitty girl is on the picture of the wrong way to use healing magic, so she's obviously an important character. Obviously, she hit Usato with the drive-by future prediction, but she probably does end up coming and becoming some sort of important character. We have Rose, who was assigned to go and investigate the demon army by the king. He then tried to invite her back in to lead the army himself. Obviously, we're going to get into Rose's story later on, but somebody died in her arm. She was leady, she was hot-headed, and she failed. And because of that, she can't forgive herself or whatever. And that's where, you know, her story is. Usato ended up meeting, you know, his two friends there. The princess continues to hit on one of the heroes, and she's trying to get closer there. Usato's getting closer to our, you know, our student council girl, which that's good for him. And let me think what else occurred in this episode. Oh, well, he went to go visit the doctor, and he got some confidence in healing magic. I think that's all that happened this episode. So really, that's really it. The main thing was this was a contextual episode to kind of fill in some of the Rose's backstory, you know, to fill in some of the heroes, you know, what they've been going through. It was a bridge between what occurred last week with, you know, him, you know, getting stuck in the forest and stuff, and now is transitioning into the demon army invasion. I think at this point, my only gripe, you know, my only nitpick about the show, because I think the show's awesome, is next week is episode 7. And we're only getting 13 episodes. And I really feel like this should be like a 24-episode anime, because I feel like they're taking their time with it, which is okay, which leads me to hope that we get a season 2, because if we don't, that's going to kind of suck, you know, because they're not going to be able to fill in everything in the next 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Next 7 episodes, they're not going to be able to really fulfill all, you know, maybe we'll get to a good point, but they're not going to be able to fulfill the story, because there's a lot of source in this story, so... Anyways, I'm looking forward to a few things that end up happening, and I look forward to see what you guys think next week when the demon army invades. All right, I'll see you guys then for that one. Peace.